The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Is brought to you by Lloyd's Construction and Consulting, providing first-class construction services on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, Beef, what will we rock you with?
We're going to rock the Googans world with selections from the Father's Day gift guide over at 1010XL.com. We'll hook them up with $25 to the Edwin Watts Golf Shop,
Perfect.
$25 to Woodcraft, and $25 to Woody's Barbecue. You add that up, that's $75. Find those and other great gift ideas at 1010XL.com and peep out the holiday gift guide for dads.
Well, the tale of two quarterbacks, Pross, I'd like to start with, and I was thinking about this, and obviously we've talked a lot about Trevor this morning and how well he performed yesterday at the end of minicamp and, the last day, and gives you good vibes going into the off season, and off they go, and you know that guy's going to do who knows what. Yeah, you just have this feeling he's going to do stuff during the off time to get better. You know what I mean? He's just that kind of kid. But I was thinking, there's a couple. I don't know. There's a couple setting up here that are soon to be formers, and one is Carr in Vegas. Never should have said what he said yesterday. That's the first thing I thought when he's sitting there going, "I'm a Raider for life. If I wasn't a Raider, I'd probably retire."
You don't like that if you're a Raider fan or the Raiders?
It makes me nervous because I always think he's on the edge, man. I always think that that they'll come back and they'll play this soundbite when he's quarterbacking for Houston next year. I'd probably quit football if I had to play for anybody else. I'm a Raider for my entire life. I'm going to root for one team the rest of my life. It's the Raiders. I mean, I like it, but I'm just saying.
I wonder what the Raiders.
I don't think they're sold on. I never felt like they're. And I know that every year comes and goes, and they don't. But I don't know. Derek Carr is the AFC version to me of Kirk Cousins. Good numbers, but doesn't quite. Does Derek Carr have a playoff win, Pross?
Well, they went to the playoffs once and he was hurt.
That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he threw 27 touchdowns last year, had 9 picks. Quarterback rating 101, 4,000 yards, 67% of his passes.
If you take away his rookie year, he's basically a 100-rated quarterback, close to it, 90, probably 6, 97. His QBR is very high last year. That 71 was probably way up there. I don't know, man. I've watched the Raiders in Carr, and I just feel like there's a lot of reasons why the Raiders lose that aren't named Derek Carr, and I think that Derek Carr is a lot better than a lot of the other options they could have.
Yeah, 7 years there though.
I think he's been good.
He has, but so is Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Well, and again,
why are they tired of Kirk Cousins in Minnesota?
Well, it's not his fault there either. I would tell them.
It's not.
Be careful. No.
Okay.
Why would it be?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm asking.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I think those quarterbacks are good enough. It just goes to show you they're not. Now look, we're not with Carr and Cousins and that. We're not talking about Mahomes or Brady or guys that can single-handedly take teams further.
Okay.
They're not, but they're like, once you get past just a couple or three guys that are like that, I mean, who would be the others? Russell Wilson, maybe you could argue. He hadn't done it in a while.
Rodgers, those guys.
Yeah, but Rodgers, you say that, had been to the Super Bowl in 10 years.
How many wins does Derek Carr have in 7 years?
Yeah, probably not a ton. I'd say, 7 years? So that's
okay, hold on.
I'd say probably
110 games. Give me his record.
I'd say he's 110 games. He's 48-62.
Very good. 47-63.
The Raiders are also the biggest bunch of idiots in the league.
Yeah,
they become they become the team you make fun of what they're doing.
He's had one good year, win-loss wise.
Yeah,
his third year. Since then, 6-9, 4-12, 7-9, 8-8.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that he's like the ultimate difference maker. I'm arguing you can do a whole lot worse. Derek Carr would be the worst quarterback to ever play here.
Yes.
Maybe Brunell, maybe.
But what is it that's missing from those guys?
Wins, because their teams stink.
Kirk Cousins has 104 games. What's his record?
Probably not. He's probably 104. He's probably 46-58.
He is 51-51-2.
Oh, close.
Yeah.
It's a little better than I would have thought.
Yeah.
You like that?
No, I don't. And he's the same guy, 35 touchdowns, 13 picks, 26 touchdowns, 6 picks, 190 career touchdown passes already. Kirk Cousins, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 9 years in, but of course his first 3 years he didn't play much. All right, the other guy I wanted to talk about was Tua.
Okay.
What do you take from yesterday? It's all kind of red flags to me.
I would agree with that. I don't think
I know
more red flag than positive home free if a guy looks good. We have to understand that what we see in OTAs is not football. It's football practice.
Yeah.
There's no pads. There's no contact. There's no blitz schemes.
Okay.
There's no bump and run. There's no physicality. There's no anything. I don't get excited about what a quarterback does in OTAs. Now, I do think, last time we saw a guy have a day like this, it was Balake in training camp throwing 6 and getting benched. He later that year was replaced by Chad Kessler, or Cody Kessler.
Cody Kessler.
And so it can't be good for Tua that he threw 5 picks in a practice.
It can't be good.
No.
There's nothing to learn from.
I'm not listening. I put less stock in what we see in these things than probably most. But
I get the feeling.
I completely agree that's a red flag.
The big criticism of Tua last year was he wouldn't drive the ball down the field. He wouldn't take
now
shots.
Making him do that.
So they said, okay, well, this year in this practice, we're going to do this. We're going to drive it. We're going to take shots. And he did, and he was a disaster. And he probably went back. He can sit there and say all he wants, but he probably went back going, that's why I don't do it.
Yep.
Well, that's because you're not good enough or anticipating.
You should just tweet out later, because my arm ain't strong enough, y'all.
Yeah.
And be done with it. You better devise an offense that's not asking him to drive it in 28 yards downfield.
And there is going to be.
If they blow that one, they're in big trouble.
Think about this.
Couldn't they have gotten Herbert, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah, Jeff, there is going to be you just said it, and it's going to apply to about a dozen teams in the next 2 years from now. We're going to play the couldn't they have gotten? Because
we already
this
do
year
it with
and
Deshaun,
last year.
We already do it with Mahomes and Deshaun.
Oh, sure. But this year and last year, teams that, could have taken, and one of these guys,
like Lance over Fields this year.
Yeah.
Tua over Herbert last year.
Right, or a team that didn't even take a quarterback, like Detroit. Why didn't they take so-and-so? They should have taken him. That kind of thing. I think there'll be a dozen teams over the last couple years where we're going to play the couldn't they have taken? Why didn't they take? And I think that's coming. But I am, again, I remain concerned about Tua.
I do too.
Like
he didn't play well. I make excuse. I root for the kid.
Oh yeah,
and I think he's good. But there's just something about those lefties, man. It just doesn't fly out there the same. I don't know what it is. It's not every one of them, but there's got to be a reason. I know I'm saying this to the father of a left-handed quarterback. Let's change subjects.
About to come over there and smack
you. I just thought of that. Never mind. Sky's the limit for the lefties, I'd say.
My poor kid throws left-handed. This guy's lefties are weird and they suck.
They're terrible. Everyone, no.
You'll never make it, son. You're left-handed.
Who is the best left-handed quarterback right now?
In the game or all time?
In the game. There aren't many, are there?
I don't think there is one.
Tell me a left-handed college quarterback right now.
Left-handed college?
Other than Tua.
I can't think of one. I mean, obviously there are probably some out there. We'll come across them. There aren't any in the NFL other than Tua. Is there even a backup lefty? I mean,
Brunell still playing?
Who do you remember lefty other than Tua in the last and Tebow in the last 20 years? Tell me a lefty. Cade McNown. It's not a good
Mike Shula.
It's not a good track record for the lefties, is it?
The hefty lefty.
Who's the best lefty of all time?
Steve Young.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Before
Norman Julius.
Who?
Norman Julius Esiason.
Boomer, good. Yeah, that's a good one.
Before
Jim Zorn, he was pretty good, and not at their level, but
before Tua took the field last year. The last left-handed quarterback to throw a game was Kellen Moore in 2015.
Kellen Moore was from Boise.
For the Cowboys.
Snake was a good lefty.
Snake? Not a ton, but yeah. Those
Michael Vick.
Okay, there's some good ones. That's what I was
son of a B.
Reminded of.
It's it's interesting.
So
I don't know why.
Only 2 lefty QBs in the Hall of Fame.
Is it because that?
And they are?
Young and Snake.
Is it because
Stabler?
And there's not near as many either. Now, understand, for every one lefty playing high school ball, there's 50 righties.
Since 1950, according to this article, there's only been 33 left-handed quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah,
Since 1950.
Yeah.
My question would be, is it because left-handers gravitate more towards pitching because if you're a left-hander with a
Maybe
big arm,
now, probably not back in the day.
yeah.
Or we weren't so specialized on everything, and suddenly if you're a left-handed athlete, oh, you're a pitcher.
Matt Leinart,
Yeah, again, you're not giving me success stories, that's for sure.
Scott Mitchell.
What a great,
Right. That's what
another
we're
great
doing.
Dolphin QB.
Steve Matthews. I hate to forget his impact here in Jacksonville.
Steve Matthews,
College for Steve Matthews, please.
Memphis.
Yes, Memphis. Good pull. All right.
Was it Memphis State back when he was there?
Probably.
Bobby Douglas.
Bobby Douglas was another runner. Something about those lefties. They ran.
Oh, what could have been Marv's boy,
Marv
Marinovich.
Oh,
Todd
Todd.
Marinovich, yeah.
If Marv had left him,
Todd Marinovich is also known as the left-handed Ryan Leaf.
Cade McNown.
Yeah, we said him.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Good
about
pick by the Bears?
Boy,
the top 10.
We're going way back. There's not
There
many, are there?
No, there aren't many.
And even college. It's hard to even remember college at times.
You've ruined my day.
You know what that's called? Time to break the mold.
Time to just go pick up the hardball, son. We got no shot. No shot. The dream is dead.
I think it's easier to be a college quarterback than a college
Don't you listen to
baseball player.
Mr. Jeff. Don't you do it.
He says you got to start running.
Don't listen to him. You can't run.
Get faster.
Caller number 1. You want Father's Day? You got it.
You like a linebacker,
Tell them what they're
kid?
getting, beef.
How's the linebacker suit you?
Tight end. 641-1010.
Caller number 1 right now, 641-1010. Going to go home with the Father's Day prize pack. It's $25 to Woody's Barbecue, $25 to Woodcraft, and $25 to the Edwin Watts Golf Shop. All part of the Father's Day gift guide. You can find those and other great gift ideas in the Father's Day gift guide at 1010XL.com.